whenever
Yeah,
you
my name
wish.
is Rekapai. It kind of sounds Hawaiian, but isn't. So, I'm an air quality consulting engineer working out of Sacramento. I've been in the business for about 35 years. I've been analyzing air quality impacts from a very, very wide variety of projects. Academically, I have a undergraduate degree in physics, and I have a master's degree in chemical engineering. I've also had some additional training with the California Air Resources Board under their greenhouse gas program, and I served as an auditor for the state on the issue about greenhouse gases. Now, for the E.D. Jones project, let's go over there now. The question we have to ask is, with the emissions that they've calculated, pounds per day, would they violate the standards in those tables that I just gave you? Okay? And the staff response has been that, well, we don't really have to calculate the concentration. In fact, the previous speaker from the applicant said, well, you know, for air quality, there's no scientific reason to, we have to do calculated concentration because after all, the air board said we don't have to do it, so we're not going to do it. Well, excuse me. These standards were in terms of concentration, parts per million. You're comparing that with pounds per day. Okay, that's not apples and oranges. That's like apples and refrigerators. Okay, that makes 0 sense. And so, you know, in this response, I said, well, you know, CEQA does not require us to calculate pollutant concentration methodology. Well, that's true. They're not going to hold your hand and tell you how to calculate the methodology. That's correct. But if you look at CEQA, again, this is right from their EIR, it clearly says, take a look at the concentration of pollutants and determine if it's likely going to harm people. The term they use is likely to have substantial pollutant concentration. It is not substantial pounds per day. Now, they use a dispersion model to calculate the concentration of a whole bunch of other pollutants, but they wouldn't do it for this. NOx emission rates from their table and translate that into a concentration, that whole wide area you're looking at. The 1 hour NOx standard federal would be violated. Not just once. I did the thing for 2 years. Well, after 50 violations, I stopped counting. So the point is that if you violate the standard, well, that means that the impacts are significant. You can't tell everybody, well, I violated the standard, but according to the daily emissions, I am less than significant. You can't have it both ways. I mean, make up your mind. So this is what people breathe. So if you live in that area, that's what you're going to be getting. So to me, it's not that hard. I mean, this is not my opinion. Okay, this is their numbers, a model that was recommended by the Air Board. The weather came from Mother Nature, and all I did was put everything and turned the crank and got the results. So I know in CEQA you can have differences of opinion between experts. This is not a difference of opinion. This is what the numbers are telling us. So the big question is, if you as a board, you've been presented with facts which say these standards are going to be violated, and if you still approve the project, then why are we having the standards? Why did we even bother?